What would you say is one thing that many students run into, like mistakes or problems while teaching them? You must have realised a few.
Yeah, so I think, good question. So like problems and mistakes, I think the biggest mistake is not necessarily a skill. I think the biggest mistake is that people think that it's just literally analysing the chart. And I say it's a mistake because they don't know, but we kind of have to explain that it is, the majority of it is to do with psychology. Literally. Like 100%. Like as soon as a student walks through the door, I know whether you're going to be successful or whether you're not.
Okay.
And that's literally just based on their mentality. So a lot of people think, okay, cool, we can skip, because our course is broken down into 3 days. We can skip day one, which is all to do like with the theory, the psychological factors behind it, risk management, etc. They think, okay, I don't really want to concentrate for this day. I just want to get on my laptop and do child work, which is nothing wrong with that, because I understand that that's what you do want to do, and that will be the end goal. But there's a process towards that end goal. And I think,
literally psychology. I definitely agree with that, because it's hesitation. Yeah. There's not trusting analysis.
Bang on.
There's so many things that comes to it, and they say people say analysis, trout work is only like 10%.
Yeah, 100% agree.
Of the profits really, because there's a lot of weight to handle. Especially there's difference between looking at back testing or past. Like previous day and live in the markets.
It's true.
It's just a big difference.
And I think that's the biggest like kind of fear people have, and I think the biggest thing to overcome is hitting that place bid or whatever, or to place the trade. That's the biggest thing to overcome. So like a lot of people, like you say, when they're trading a demo account, like your mind's like a tortoise in a sense. Then when you want to place a live account, your mind's racing like a horse race, like a racehorse, sorry. And it's just doing numbers, and it's just like.
I think when it comes to placing trades on a live account, it's been able to accept losses and understand it's okay. I feel like a lot of people don't want to try come into the game and try and make 100% profits. But the analogy I give them is losses is like the cost of doing business, See it as like a business has revenue and costs and net profit. So the losses, that's just a part of the game. But I feel like people are scared to lose money, but they want to make all this.
You are literally bang on. I think losses is one thing that people, like you say, are scared of. But we say you have to embrace your losses, because that's the only way you're going to learn. Because if you just win, then how are you going to learn? Exactly. Like, you're not going to learn anything by just winning and winning. You're just going to get cocky, and your confidence is going to grow, which is good in a sense. But you have to lose in order to win, in my opinion, anyway. So like when you analysing the losses that you've made, okay, you take a step back. Like even with our students, when they lose, we do feel down, don't get me wrong, but all we do is say, okay, cool, send over your work to us, we'll go through it together, whether that's on the Skype or in person. Even when I look at my own trades and I lose, I have to look and say, okay, cool, what did I do wrong? What could I do better? What are the good parts that I can take out of this trade as well? Because every loss is not 100% negative. There's still positives that you can take out of it. And I just think, you have to embrace the losses, and you have to be realistic. You can have low months, but then your high months will outweigh those losses anyway. So you might have a losing month and you think, oh, is this for me? The next month you might come with a 20% ROI to wipe out all those losses, and you're like, there you go. Maybe it is. And it's just the highs of lows, and I think that's what people don't see and people don't understand. So like even on our course now, we have a section on our course which is called Trading Lows and How to Overcome Them. Just so people know that it's not going to be just plain sailing. You're going to have lows, and ultimately you will overcome them. It's just about whether mentally you can deal with it.
I wanted to ask, do you think someone can trade Forex as an early income, or do you think that's unwise, they should develop elsewhere, or what do you think about that?
Good question. Yes, I do think they can. I really do think they can. The reason I say they can is because of the sort of returns that you can get on it. Obviously, you do need a diverse portfolio in general. So you can look at whatever houses, crypto, whatever, just diverse your portfolio. But yes, I do think you can solely trade FX as an income, because like you look at some returns that you can do, even if you just do, let's say 10% a month, that's 120% in a year. That's like 120 times what the banks give you. Literally. So it's like, that's ridiculous. So I think you can do, but you just need the capital, which is the hardest thing when you come in. Like I said, the hardest things is one, getting the capital, and two, placing a trade.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like 100%, yeah, defo. I think.
You know what? You see, I slightly disagree in the sense that, you can trade forex alone, but I do feel like multiple sources does help and relieve that stress. So for you, for example, you got the course. So let's say you have a bad month, the course can make up for that, and you can still live the lifestyle and do what you want to do. Obviously, I don't believe in doing everything at once because
no, I get
a mess. But I feel like, especially if you're young, focus on forex. But I feel like as you grow older, and we'll get onto this later, investing money elsewhere and have other things going on. But moving on from that, what do you do with your profits? Is there any big boy things you bought, or what do you invest in? How do you?
Cool. So profits, like we always say to our students, just you need to spend some of your profits to know that, okay, cool, this is what it's actually real. Like the FX market is giving me this, whatever. I think I always say to people, so don't go stupid with your profits though. Don't be like, leave yourself dry. So what I do with my profits is I'll always put it aside really and truly. So anything that I make from FX, I just pull it aside and then I'll reinvest it into other things. I've made some stupid decisions on purchases, buy little things, whether that's investing in like cryptos, whether that's investing in jewelry, whether that's, well, it's not investing or just buying cars or whatever. I like to do little things or go on holidays or just trying to enjoy my life as much as I can with the profits, but while still putting money down so that I can still grow it. And then if I need to top up my account to the next level that I want to go to, then I can just go into, say, this savings account or take my money out of this and then top up my account and go to that next level.
Yeah, I feel like there's two types of traders in terms of risk management. There's those that are the 1% gang. I think I'm part of that, 1% per trade or whatever. And then there's others where it's like, it's flipping, you're risking 10 to 20% on little trades, but you're trying to go for that big. What do you think about, what side are you on, and what do you think about that?
I'm on the lower end, so like I only risk 2%. 1 to 2% just depends. It depends on what I'm looking at and the market conditions as well, especially. But usually just risk 2% of the account. People would like to do like you say, the 20% and get the big flips, but I always say there's no longevity in that because you might risk it and you might flip it that one time. Then the next time you lose, then you flip it again, then you end up just going like this, and then you just breaking even, and you're doing all this flipping, going through all this stress in your head for what? To kind of break even or make a little bit of profit. Sometimes you might make like the mad thing profit, but realistically it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But yeah, I'm definitely on that 2% kind of slow growth sort of thing. When you, especially with risk management, because you don't want to wipe yourself clean.
Word. And you mentioned how you started taking it seriously from 1920. Would you say you're using the same strategy till today, or has it gone over like little improvements,
The basis of it is still the same, but little things chop and change. Like you kind of adapt, you kind of change. So like those ages, I was really sort of a longer term trader where I wouldn't even use like 2 hour time frames or 1 hour time frames. But I kind of just refine my trading as I've got older, to be honest with you, to make sure that it's less work and it's just more chilled, it's more relaxed sort of trading. Otherwise, I'll still be stressing. I'll be thinking, okay, I've got to wait this X amount of time for this long-term trade to come in and whatnot.